Folks, welcome to Clash of the Podcast, episode 195 of the best collaborative wrestling podcast out today. I am Conrad Cushman, representing Everything Pro Wrestling. He is Sean Hubbard, representing HW Weekly and the New York Knicks. We together are Clash of the Podcast, and we are going to talk a little WWE, AEW. Sometimes we mix in some TNA, New Japan, the Indies. You never know what you're going to get when it comes to Clash of the Podcast. Make sure you are locked in with us, and easiest way to do that, hit the like button, talk in the chat section, subscribe. Discord numbers off the chain yesterday. 100 new people joined the Discord. Spread the word.
Congratulations, brother.
Hey, listen, team effort. But with that being said, man, there's only one thing left for us to do before we kick off this show, and I got to wait for my line now.
Conrad, I'm blessed to be here. I want to thank you for giving me the inspiration to go to the gym. I went to the gym today. I feel great. Chat, you're here. Conrad's here. I'm here. There is only one thing left to say, and that's my brother from another mother. Please do me the solid of dropping that thing.
It is Memorial Day in 2026. Appreciate everyone who made it out here today. Lots of stuff happening, lots of other places you could be, but you are here rocking with us, and we appreciate that. If you guys see us on the socials, like I said, give us a retweet. I am at EPW Show. Sean is at HW Weekly. All of that is in the description box below for you. Let's get into this right away with the shout-outs. Clown says, afternoon, everyone. What's going on, Clown?
Cleezy, 1-3Z, 4-Tweezy.
Hopefully he's enjoying a nice West Coast afternoon right now. Vinny in the house.
The only Vinny we like.
Says, happy Memorial Day, going to Raw tonight, taking my girl to her first WWE show ever. Ready to acknowledge the OTC on his B-Day, no less. God bless, and Jesus loves y'all.
Jesus loves you too, brother.
That's right. Make sure to acknowledge your girl tonight, too, now while Roman's in there. All right. Jocelyn, what a show. What a show. What a show. We are spoiled. I think we forget that often as wrestling fans. I think that's a true message right there.
Facts. Well said, Jocelyn.
The jealousy I have that I can't be outside for too long before mosquitoes follow me. They out in these streets.
You know, you these mosquitoes are annoying, but you got to still enjoy as much as you can, my sister.
That's right. Quills in the house. He said,
Hey!
What up, Conrad and Sean in chat? Your boy Sir Quills is back again to enjoy my two favorite bros, CJ and Hubs, for episode 195 of the best wrestling podcast out today, Clash of the By God podcast. Hashtag EPW, hashtag HWW. He goes on to say, AEW Double or Nothing was nothing short of excellent, or should I say pay-per-view excellence. I know it's only the middle of the year, but it's already a show of the year contender. No debating.
Agreed. For this halfway part of the year, I would agree.
Sean, I'll let you get this one, brother.
T. Ferg in the building. Welcome to the show. He says, what's good, gents? Hope everyone had a good Memorial Day weekend. Prayers to all those who lost a loved one in service to this country. That is a good point and a good fact. Happy Memorial Day, and rest in peace, sleep in glory to those who were lost. M. Leezy Fo Sheezy. Hello, good evening, everyone. Hope you had a good weekend. Let's kick the week off right with the two aces of our pro wrestling community. Shout out to M. Leezy. He continues to say, holy heck, AEW killed it last night. And by it, I mean every show WWE has done in 2026. That is not a lie. That is not hyperbole. That is not overstating. That is a fact. He goes on to say, Double or Nothing show of the year contender. Agreed.
It's not bad. We got a $1 super chat from our good friend and your good friend, Joel. Appreciate you, Joel.
Yes, sir.
Thank you, good sir. He said, happy Monday. Joel, how are you doing, my friend?
Happy Monday to you too, man. Not saying anything other than we're rocking with you, man. Good energy.
Always. I see Let's Go Knicks in the house. I'm feeling it. Okay. Listen, you might want to get those brooms out unless someone plays defense tonight. I keep telling y'all.
I am trying what you're seeing right now is me trying so hard to maintain my composure. It is everything in me to maintain my composure. I am so excited. Oh my God. Go ahead.
AEW Fan Hub says, greetings, everyone. Looking forward to hearing what the fellas have to say this evening. Kelson, thank you so much for popping in here. Me and Kelson, I'm not going to lie, man, we were definitely putting that Discord on our back this weekend and telling everybody where it was, where you could find it. So if you found it, if you chatted with some new people, it's probably due to Kelson. So hats off to him. Much appreciated. Thank you, good sir.
Yes, sir.
Jocelyn's just glad to be on the live stream. Well, we appreciate you doing that. Like I said, there's 1,000 other things you could be doing. You could be flipping
all the
burgers.
Married ladies, all the married ladies, that put your hands up.
Facts. Saturday night's main event was a good house show. Woo.
Yeah, that's a fact, though. Oh, and speaking of married people, yes, Conrad, yes. I'd like to publicly state, as I already did on social media, that I want to offer, and this is not a joke, this is very genuine. I believe in the sanctity of marriage. I believe in the importance of marriage. I believe that it is a beautiful and wonderful thing. And with that being said, I'd like the chat to join me in saying congratulations and happy anniversary to Conrad and his beautiful wife on yet another year of marriage, and may God bless you with many more to come.
Thank you, good sir. 20 in totality together. So, a lot of time.
Salute to you, brother. You must be. I always say, if a woman has decided to give her whole life to you, and vice versa, y'all must be perfect for each other. So I pray that God blesses that union forever, my brother.
No doubt. Thank you for that, man.
Yes,
it's much appreciated, my brother.
Yes.
BJ, the professor. Hope you all had a great week after the awesome main event that was Double or Nothing. Yeah,
everybody likes a BJ. That's his Twitter name. Relax.
It is. It is. Clown giving us some stuff. Joel said, only caught some of Double or Nothing. Peaced out during the filler, but I heard the main event was solid.
Yeah, better than solid.
Yeah, a lot of people are saying that this might be AEW's best show. I don't know if I'm there on that, but I like the show a lot. I thought it was a great show.
Well, let's be clear. AEW's best show has not happened yet. It'll happen in about 3 more months. But so far in 2026, amazing.
When you put on bangers like this, you're just comparing great to great to great to great. So it becomes difficult in that you're minutely picking it apart for stuff.
I'm going to ask you rhetorically, because I know you don't remember off the top of your head, but I know when I say it, you'll remember. Conrad, what is my favorite thing to say about AEW? It is the best professional wrestling product, bell to bell, in the industry.
Jack. And there's a special coming up, I believe, in June about that.
Yes, it is. I'm really excited. Conrad and I are going to be talking about. That was fantastic, by the way. I wasn't even really going for that. I promise you, my hand to God, I wasn't going for that. But thank you for the assist.
I'm no rookie.
Yeah, coming up the second week in June on a Thursday, we're going to do a special. Conrad and myself are going to put on a special talking about the importance of AEW and why they are the best bell-to-bell product in all of professional wrestling.
That's a big fact. Zach Minger says, Happy Memorial Day, everyone. Zach, usually you come with what day it is today, but you're just giving us the nice blessings. I appreciate that, good sir.
And Zach, I have one thing to say to you, sir. It's all right, because I'm saved by the bell.
UFC in Shanghai Saturday morning, Kyra. You watching at 7 a.m.? Heck no. I'm staying in bed.
I love MMA, but I don't know if I'm going to be doing that. I might watch it later.
Yes. Haven't heard that in a while. Hey.
You're welcome, Jocelyn. You deserve it.
Thank you, Jocelyn. Thank you for that. The most beautiful couple in the world. Thank you.
There you go.
Only reason I want the Knicks to win is so Hub can acknowledge Dan House's curses.
Clown,
He's got merch. Brother. They got merch.
I don't acknowledge curses, but I do believe that there's something crazy going on. So I appreciate what you're saying, Clown.
Yeah, Dan House. The king and queen of AEW, Conrad and his wife.
Hey, I like that.
My wife is she knows AEW, but I don't know if she's all the way in yet. She watches it, but she's not.
No pun intended. She's not all the way in. No pun intended.
Yeah, always. We'll see. Happy anniversary. Thank you. Thank you. Thank you, T Ferg. Thank you, Quills. Much appreciated. Much love. You guys, listen, if you guys weren't the best, I wouldn't be here right now. I took the day off, but that's not what we're here to do. We're here to talk some wrestling. And Sean, I hope you got to enjoy some wrestling this weekend. We had great indie shows on throughout. GCW had some good shows going on. We even had Saturday night's main event, Sean, one of our childhood favorites.
I do want to acknowledge that I did enjoy some fantastic wrestling this weekend. And what we're about to talk about first on the docket this evening is not part of that good wrestling that we were talking about.
I tried, folks. We have Saturday night's main event. I guess we can go through this piece by piece and then just try to figure out what happened here. Did you have a favorite match of the night on this? Anything, Sean?
No.
Nothing delivered for you? Nothing?
Let me ask you a question. As clearly the how do I put this? Don't cut me off. Let me think. As clearly the reason behind my insanity. Did you find anything exciting about this show?
Exciting, no, but I did think there was an okay match on here.
Okay, so you found one match to be serviceable out of 5.
Hold on, let me look one more time. You know what? I'll be kind. I'll give it up to 2.
Okay, I guess. I can't wait to hear what those are.
All right, so let's start off. They had the Rhea Ripley, Charlotte Flair, and Alexa Bliss versus Jade Cargill. Trying to say that fast. Michin and B-Fab.
Jade Cargill and the baddies.
The baddies.
Oh wait, it's not AEW. They don't steal AEW stuff. Excuse me.
2.0, right?
There you go.
Always. What did you think, though, Sean, of the trios women's match?
Look, I've said it before and I'll say it again. I like the fact that B-Fab and Michin have a chance to be on television. I don't think it's going to last long if this kind of material continues to be brought forth, because I don't think it was anything that's going to be something that we say, oh, they did a great job. Look, Jade Cargill won, which means she's going to lose at the pay-per-view. That's fine. That's old school pro wrestling. I don't have a problem with that. Very rarely does somebody win back-to-back on television and then on pay-per-view. So I would expect Rhea to win on Sunday. But as far as what happened on Saturday, the 6-woman tag was fine. The drama continues about whether or not Rhea Ripley and Charlotte can get along. We saw glimpses of that. We'll see where it goes in the future. I like Jade Cargill from an extended, what's the word I'm looking for? Aesthetic. I'm saying it incorrectly. Aesthetic.
Yeah.
Aesthetic perspective. She needs to work on her in-ring talent, but she is definitely fantastic to look at as it relates to her athleticism. I like the fact that Michin and B-Fab have an opportunity. I've always respected Charlotte, even though I'm not a big fan, and I love Alexa, so it is what it is. But, to me, the 6-woman tag needed to be more consequential. You understand what I'm trying to say? If you're going to lead into a pay-per-view.
Right. Clay Lewis, what up? I see you. Clown, yes, it was on tape delay. But I am looking forward to seeing what happens on those shows this weekend. I think I'm going to check those out. Jocelyn, definitely check the DMs. I saw the shirt you were showing us.
Oh, wait. I want to see. DMs on Twitter?
Yes, there was a cool shirt. I think you would appreciate it more than I did.
I want to see now.
I know that you're a big fan of this squad. So
okay.
AEW Fan Hub, Kelson. Watching you struggle when talking about Saturday night's main event is both hysterical and uncomfortable. I think I've explained this to BJ.
Brother. I'm with you.
Listen, I think the hardest part about talking about WWE sometimes is I know my audience wants it, right? And I needed a way to do it. Because Sean remembers, there was like almost a year where I barely covered WWE, maybe for a pay-per-view here and there that was important. But for the most part, it was just Dynamites and AEW stuff. That's why me and Hubbs came together. Like, that's why I was like, Sean, I need you.
Shout out to Jocelyn. I love it. And you're right, Conrad. You weren't really, but the thing is, the ironic part about it is that you were not a WWE guy. And I eventually evolved into not being a WWE guy.
I always tell people they pushed us there. I'm not going to lie.
You know what I am, Conrad? And I don't think I've ever said this out loud. I mean, it's pretty common. It's pretty commonly known, well known. So me saying it's not going to be a big revelation, but I'm a WWE nostalgic guy. That's what I am.
Yeah. I mean, at one point that was the current. It is now gone. I do think we as fans in our bracket, we do have to evolve with the times as well a little bit. But I don't think that means that we should lower our standard.
I think you're 100% right, Conrad.
To fit that. Going through this, we had Becky Lynch versus Sol Ruca. What are they doing to Sol Ruca? Like, this is awful. I don't know if I've seen the execution of her move, and I'm hoping that this is on purpose, that it's just not being executed because of all this stuff. They did the classic, like, pull the ref in the way, then the ref went out. Obviously, they're going to get to a rematch at the pay-per-view now. That's what they were building up for, but Sol Ruca hasn't won a match.
When I say both your names, you know I'm serious. Conrad Cushman, the Soul Snatcher is becoming a liability for this young lady. It's really becoming a liability for this young lady. I think she's a talented person, but I think that we are starting to see the demise of Sol Ruca at a very early stage because this is just not sustainable. This move, it's so easy to screw up. And she's been hitting home run after home run after home run on NXT, and now she's gotten to the big dance, and she's botched this move 3 times. Now, you can easily say that the person she's been in the ring with has botched it 3 times, or collectively, they've botched it 3 times. But it's been botched 3 times, and they need to make an adjustment. That being said, Sol Ruca is not being booked properly. But then again, Conrad, is that a surprise? We're talking about World Wrestling Entertainment.
What up, Miracle? And Eric, I see you. Eric, ask that question when we get to that section, and I'll definitely.
I'm searching for a miracle. Believe the impossible. What up?
That is right. Sean, here's my thinking, and this is me going out on a super limb for them, which they probably don't deserve. I'm reaching right now. Could they be trying to build this up to when she finally hits it for the first time? Oh, boom! Whoa! Look at that! But she hit it before, right? She competed on the main roster, I thought, before she even got called up, right?
Yes.
So she has hit this move. So I don't know. I don't know what the logic is behind this. If it is a miss,
it's not often. Actually, it's very rare that Conrad Cushman completely messes up. That's just not accurate, my brother. And I appreciate what you're trying to do. You're trying to be a journalist, even though you hate that word, and you're trying to think of alternative situations. There is no alternative situation to this. She has botched this move 3 times, and she has hit the move once since she's been up to the main roster, and it's not working. I appreciate what you're trying to do. I'm sure our chat appreciates what you're trying to do. I'm sure Sol Ruca appreciates what you're trying to do. However, there's no rhyme or reason to this whatsoever, Conrad Cushman. She is messing up the move, or the people that she's in the ring with are messing up the move, and a change needs to be made as soon as possible, or she needs to tighten up, because if she continues botching this move, it's going to be a problem moving forward.
I will definitely agree with that, though. Like, if this move isn't working, we need to put a kibosh on this and figure out something ASAP, something different that you 100%. Can do all the time.
You know, when you do a move, Conrad, where you have to jump in the air, do a somersault, and perfectly catch someone in a cutter while in synchronization with the person you're doing it to, on a level, probably a 90% clip, in order to make it look good every single time, you're kind of pigeonholing yourself into possibly messing it up.
Yeah. And it's a tough move to hit too. It's kind of like who else used to, like, it's like Randy Orton hitting those out of nowheres. It worked for a long time, but you're going to eventually miss one of these. Like, it's just not going to line up great.
Right.
Yeah. MJB, what's good? I agree with Fan Hub here. This is one of my favorite things to say. A move is only as good as the person who takes it. I'm a big believer in it takes 2 to tango. 100%.
I mentioned that. All right. I said that was, yeah.
Oh, I 100% agree with you, though. That's one of my philosophies, though, with pro wrestling. You can't go out there and say Great Khali never had good matches when he had one with John Cena. You can't go out there and say he didn't. He was part of the match. He did his part. Whether people want to believe it or not, BJ, he said, I don't want anyone to be angry at me. But this is why I can't rely upon NXT as a true developmental anymore. They film, edit, and choreograph more than being able to call it at a time. Soul is proof. Ooh.
Now, I want BJ to give me some further clarification, because I've grown to respect BJ and his opinion. I need more information about the pre-recording as it relates to the move. Are you saying that Full Sail University has probably seen many botched soul snatchers. Is that what we're saying?
I know that they've edited on the main roster, but I think he's referring to NXT being able to, let's say me and you are working a program, Sean.
Yes.
We're both in Florida. We both train at the same gym, and we can work on that match over and over and over and over. Versus main roster, tonight might be Conrad and Sean. Next week it might be Conrad and Kit Wilson. Like, that's what it is. You know, like, hey, we got to switch it up. So be ready. You got to call it on the fly. You got to be able to move.
But I just want to make sure I understand what you're saying and what BJ is saying, because if the logic is that and when I say Full Sail, I mean the live audience at Full Sail. Are we saying that live audience has seen several botched soul snatchers?
I think on the main roster, yes, but not in NXT. I think in NXT he's saying that it's there's more time to choreograph.
Copy that.
I'll be here, you be there, we got it.
Copy.
T Ferg says, don't follow the WWE product regularly. How is Julia doing on the main roster?
Not well, in my opinion.
I think that Kiana James is looked at higher on the pecking scale right now than her, unfortunately. What is going on with Liv Morgan's title reign? You tell us, Kevin, because we're wondering the same thing.
Good question.
Yeah. Quill's agreeing with what you said there. The move is too convoluted. I have a friend, Casey, man. He says the same thing. He says he doesn't like the move because it's too ridiculous to get into.
Let's take a moment to break this thing down. Again, it's your opponent, at least in a somewhat God willing, Kevin, in a face down situation, either face down or getting up, in the process of getting up. You run to the ropes, preferably with your right foot as the lead on the second rope. You hoist yourself in the air and project yourself in the air with that right leg to do a full somersault frontward, to the point where now the opponent needs to be watching you so you can see the conclusion of the somersault, to which then Sol Ruca grabs you into a cutter and you fall to the mat at the exact same time. Is it just me, or did that sound extremely complicated?
It's very complicated when you get into the physics of what they're actually doing, yes. But I wish we had lab coats on right now, Professor. Yes, absolutely.
There you go.
Yeah, definitely. Listen, the match ain't there for me right now with her and Becky. That's the other thing I'll say. Like, 100%. I'm just not feeling it. Kevin brings up.
I do love Becky as a heel, though.
That's fine. I like Becky better as a face.
Really?
Like a smart alecky face, kind of. Yeah. I shouldn't say smart alecky. What's the word I'm looking for here? Like someone who's got that spunk, like can jab back at you a little bit.
Another Clash exclusive. I've never done this one before. Are you ready? Me. The man has come around. Okay, I never did that one before. I had to do it one time.
Yo, Kevin says this is why house shows benefit a lot. That's not wrong. Not 100%. Wrong. And BJ did clarify that it's exactly what I was saying. So perfect. Makes sense to me. For me, Bill Sol Ruca is the first ever. Give her the title match already. They might just do that. Deanna says Becky makes for a good tweener leaning heel.
I like it. I understand.
Yeah. Side note, Danhausen sounds like WWE's version of Pee Wee Herman. You're not wrong.
Agreed.
You're not wrong.
A quick side note. I want to talk about something that's happening on SportsCenter literally as we speak. I don't like what I'm seeing, Conrad. Right now, they're interviewing The Miz, a Clevelander, talking to him about Danhausen cursing the Cavaliers. Like, I don't find this humorous. Like, I know some people think it's like kind of, we've had this Danhausen conversation before. When does this get to the point where it's like too much? Like, it's a little bit corny at this point, no?
I think it's just the hot thing and they're going to ride it. Because ever since he said that, they started winning.
I understand that, but that has nothing. Oh, my God.
You get what I'm saying, though? People,
I know.
What do we believe in sports? People believe in jinxes and all this other stuff. So they are rolling with it, my brother. Just
okay. You're right, but I hate that you're right. Oh my god.
Yeah, they're gonna rock with this to the fullest. Going back to Saturday night's main event, we talked about those two matches. I guess the next one was Penta and Ethan Page. I thought this was actually a pretty decent match. Happy they still kept the title on Penta. Not too mad here. Funny, man. People cared way more about this match where you can see it in a different place, you know? Just saying.
There you go.
But
I mean, it was a serviceable match. I think the entire theme of the night was serviceable.
Is Ethan Page an Intercontinental Champion to you, though? Like, do you see him with that championship in the future?
Oh.
Ethan Page. Ego.
I like Ethan Page. I don't know if he's. I guess. I mean, I guess. I don't know, man. I don't think they're putting him in. I'm not feeling it, bro. And it's not that I'm not feeling him. He's a very talented competitor. I like his character. But like first of all, the whole pay-per-view, the whole Saturday night's main event, like what was the purpose? Anybody think about that? Anybody think about what the purpose of that night was?
You're not wrong, bro. You're not wrong. I was saving it for the end.
I don't know, man.
What was the point of this show? It was a show to put on a show.
Yeah.
After that, we get the two tag title matches, getting some high pecking order here. You had Paige and Brie Bella going up against the Irresistible Forces. This match was just again. And you know what? I don't really think it was the Irresistible Forces. It was the whole like, okay, the baby faces use leverage to get the pinfall. I'm just not feeling the tag title reign for Brie Bella and Paige. I'm sorry.
Can anybody please in the room acknowledge what's going on? The fact that Nikki Bella is going to come back healthy and attack Paige. Come on, bro. Like, this is what this whole thing is about. And honestly, if you're going to have that be what this whole thing is about, then why are we having tag title matches on special shows when we know there's not going to be a title change? It's stupid.
Listen.
And by the way, Brie and Paige as a team makes me sick. And Nia Jax is still a botch waiting to happen. The only person in that match I like is what's the name? Help me out. I'm drawing a blank. Is
now I am too. We'll say it again.
The only person I think has potential in the match, not Nia, her partner,
Lash Legend.
That's the only person I like in that match.
It's the tag division, bro. This is the same company. All right, I'm about to go on a rant now. This is the same company who I'm going to rant on as soon as we're done with this next match, that we fired two of the best tag teams probably of this like last few 10, 20 years. We get rid of them. 20 years might be stretching. Oh, no, 2006. No, I'm right here. Two of the best tag teams, right? In TNA, WWE, Ring of Honor, whatever, right? And now we need to make more tag teams, Sean. They're like, no, we want tag teams. Bro, what are we talking about? You had good tag teams there.
I mean,
it doesn't make sense. I'm not
going to argue about what you said. I agree.
Until you want to take tag team wrestling seriously in this company, the days of the 80s, it's over, brother. There is no Heart Foundation. There are no Rockers. There are no Brain Busters. There's no Killer Bees even in this company.
There are no Strike Forces?
There's no All American Boys. No Rougeos. There's no nothing.
What about American Males?
The American Males. The American Drop kick.
I don't know any of the words except American Males.
Oh, that looked like a jeans commercial too when they had their little video package.
Yeah.
It's what it is, man. But you could have had better tag teams. You know what? If you're really interested in bringing Baron Corbin back,
Conrad Matt Lopez.
I'm not looking at the chat even right now.
Oh my God, here we go. Emily's getting it started. I know what's gonna happen. No dancing fools. No, I do it.
Yo, hold on. No one will talk bad about Fire and Ice. That was my squad, bro. Them versus the Steiner brothers all day on Nitro. Put it on, baby. I used to love those matches. Yeah, they had the New Day, the British Bulldogs. High Voltage. Here we go. We're just naming all the tag team division now.
Yo, our chat is the best, bro.
Chaos and Destruction, Faces of Fear, Guy Will Gamble says. What's good, Guy Will Gamble? Deuce and Domino.
Deuce and Domino.
London and Kendrick. What are we doing, bro? No Wrecking Crew. Where's C.W. Anderson and the homies? Where are they at?
I gotta sing it again. American males.
Oh my goodness. Jesse and Festus. Yeah, like, dude, listen. There's no tag team.
Aside, I agree with you, Conrad. The tag division is dead.
It's been dead. You have to take it serious. You need teams that you're going to put everything into, and you still can't help yourselves by breaking up the Usos, breaking up New Day. Like, you could tell they wanted to do it multiple times. You don't.
And I know Emily's having fun, and I love the other one. But I'm honestly at this stage in the game, I would do a backflip for the Orient Express or the Beverly Brothers. At this stage, give me those guys right now.
Yeah, I don't know. Hopefully, Manu and Ted DiBiase Jr. will return, brother. Them days are over. Trust me.
And the Street Profits about to break up next.
And that was who was in the main event match on Saturday night's main event. It was the Street Profits challenging for the tag titles against Theory and Logan Paul. Me and Sean knew when we did the predictions last week. There was no hope for this one. They made you think that they had it. And then Logan Paul uses the brass knucks to get the win. Braun Breaker came out, and I will say they did give Angelo Dawkins a sweet spot. Braun Breaker sold for this guy.
Mm-hmm.
He got cleared over that table, bro, into a computer chair. I loved it. I thought that was fantastic work. Gotta give him props on that. And then
no title changes, 4 title matches or 3 title matches with another championship and a non-title match. Nothing of consequence.
Yeah. Yeah, I mean, listen, when you have shows like this, you can't be mad when people are questioning, like, well, what's going on here? I also did like the spear afterwards. This is going to obviously lead to a big trios match, probably on Raw, I assume, unless they're going to add a 6th match to this PLE, but I don't think we're that lucky.
I hope so.
I don't think we're going to get a 6th match. It's not your birthday. We're not getting a 6th match on this PLE, so that'll probably be it. And I can see it happening though. Now that this will be the reason for it. Ta-da! It was a ho-hum Saturday night's main event.
Just put the tag titles back on the Usos and call it a day. And no, I'm not just saying that because I'm an Uso fan. Just put them back on them because there's nobody else.
All these teams are just throwing together teams anyway. Being 100% honest, and Theory's not being done a service here either. He's always the one that has to eat the pin and do all. And I'm like, you brought this guy back for this? I mean, I guess you didn't want him sitting at home collecting a check. Speaking of that, we have interest. WWE is interested in bringing back Enzo Amore and Big Cass. My name is Enzo Amore.
And I am a certified G and a bona fide stud, and you can't teach that. Wait, why are we going back 10 years?
Hey, slow it down on that a little bit. You were going too fast. Can't teach that.
Sorry.
And this right here is Big Cass, and he's 7 feet tall. Listen, they were a great team. I actually think they got robbed of never being the NXT Tag Champions. They always. Here's how you knew that when they were going to lose an NXT, Sean. You ready for this? Chat, I'm going to be 100% honest with you. When it was the hot tag to Enzo, the tag match, and I was like, who's in there? Oh, the Revival? Oh, no. Mm-hmm. Then he'd be like hobbling on his leg, and then the Shatter Machine. I was like, there it goes. All day, all night. And I was like, they win again, bro. Enzo and Cass never got it. Then they called him up. I'm like, at WrestleMania 33, Sean, I went there. I had a Cup of Haters shirt. I was like, they got this, bro. They're going to win them here.
I'm on my feet.
And then who comes out, Sean? Then I instantly had to change my mind as soon as I heard the New Day come out that you hear. I was like, they're not winning. It's over. They're not winning these titles tonight either. Never got their break. Kaz ends up doing something he wasn't supposed to do, and he's released. Enzo has a bit of controversy. I don't even want to get into all of that. And then he got released.
If the Rockers never got their tag titles, then I'm not going to cry about anybody else.
That's terrible, sir.
Yo, honestly, if you really think about it, there's a lot of atrocities in the world of professional wrestling. I'm talking about in-ring stuff, not outside the ring, not politics, not crimes. From a strictly in-the-ring standpoint, the biggest atrocity in WWE history is that the Rockers were never tag team champions. I defy and dare anyone to rival what I just said.
I mean, technically it did happen. It's just
the
top rope broke.
I wasn't in Des Moines, Iowa that night.
Listen.
It wasn't in Des Moines, Iowa. I just wanted to say Des Moines, Iowa.
It's on one of those DVDs. It might be Shawn Michaels.
It's on the Shawn Michaels DVD, yes.
Yeah, it just never was official because the top rope broke, and it was an awful match after that happened. So they were like, no, we can't show this. That was the Saturday Night's main event too, wasn't it?
It certainly was.
There we go. Bada boom, realest guys in the room.
And good point, Miracle. Primetime not winning was also an atrocity.
100%.
Yes.
They should have definitely been champs, but I heard they angered someone else in the back who wasn't going to allow any of that to happen.
I mean, you know what the thing is? And for anybody listening on audio, he did the John Cena pose. John Cena hitched his wagon to those guys like it was nobody's business. And as soon as they bucked up against him in the slightest little bit, he threw him to the wolves. What a scumbag that guy turned out to be. You know, I don't want to. You know what? I'm in a good mood. I'm not going to let myself get crazy.
Jake never getting a belt is worse. Yeah, Jake the Snake.
Jake the Snake not getting a belt is not worse to me, Clown. And I'm going to tell you why. I don't think he wanted a belt.
He didn't need it.
Right, no, but I see, that's the thing. I want to be clear. You're 100% right, Conrad. He didn't need it. But I think he didn't want it. I don't think he really wanted to be champion. I think if I've watched his documentary, some DVD, I don't think he wanted to be a champion. Like, for instance, the Rockers wanted to be tag team champions. Crime Time wanted to be champions. Like, Jake couldn't care less about being a champion.
He just wanted his bread.
That's it.
He just wanted to be in the mix.
Right.
Yeah, and some people can't handle the pressure of being a champion. It's not easy.
Yo, Sir Quills, he said, I wasn't in Albuquerque, New Mexico that night. I love it.
Someone had to be there.
There you go. M. Leasy hit the nail on the head. Okay. There is a bigger atrocity than the Rockers never being tag team champions. And there is a bigger atrocity than Crime Time never being tag team champions.
Kevin's not wrong either about Razor Ramon.
Yeah, Razor Ramon's right. You're right, Kevin, but I got to give it to M. Leasy. Owen never being WWE champion is a crime.
Yeah, it definitely hurt. But is there any hope for this?
Yeah, if they put the machine behind them, there's
Big
hope.
Cass and Enzo.
Yeah, if they put the machine behind them, there's hope. It's just a matter of what they're going to do with them. I mean, are they going to maneuver them properly to be successful? Who knows?
I don't think the money's in being a tag team. I think the money is Enzo is a manager and Big Cass is a single solo. That's where the money is. And you let Enzo form a group, a family, whatever you want to call it. Put Tony D'Angelo in it.
Actually, that's a good idea.
You could put different people in the group, and Enzo comes out in these crazy suits. He could be looking like Jimmy Hart, or put him in the leopard print suit, and he's just taking bumps here and there. Enzo doesn't need to be in the ring for a long time. I promise y'all that. I promise you. I've been watching this long enough to know.
No, you're not wrong. You're not wrong. And by the way, Quills let us know he wasn't in Fargo, North Dakota that night. So
it didn't happen there either. But that's it. I'll leave it at that. There are rumors too. I saw people saying about FTR. WWE has shown preliminary interest in FTR as they are on their option year with their contract. Matt literally just sent it to me before this started, so I don't have any graphics for it, but we're going to sign FTR, but we got rid of people. Like, I don't know. To me, red flags are going up left and right about this. But that's just me.
The grass is not always greener. We should know that by now.
We should. Sean, let's talk. Clash in Italy. Becky Lynch, Sol Ruca for the Women's Intercontinental Championship.
Becky retains.
Do they make the move?
No, Becky retains. This is easy.
I'm going to say Sol Ruca wins. out of what I think, this is me and you being opposite for once. I think they're just going to do whatever they wanted to do anyway. They're going to be like, I personally think they should let Becky win. What Conrad wants is Becky wins and you build Sol Ruca up to the moment.
I'm not telling you that you're wrong, but everybody and their brother said that All Ego was going to be the Intercontinental Champion. Who told you that it wasn't going to? Don't make things foregone conclusions in this company. There's a reason why they say that anything can happen in WWE, because anything can happen, but it usually doesn't. And at the end of the day, so I'm telling you, it's not going to. Everybody thought Ego was going to. I was the only one that said he's not going to win that title, and it's the same thing for Solo. It's going to Sol Ruca. It's going to be a really good match. She might actually hit the Soul Snatcher, and Becky Lynch. You know what? Prediction: she's going to hit the Soul Snatcher. Becky Lynch is going to put her foot on the rope.
Miracle, I understand Tony's not doing the Don gimmick anymore. What I'm saying is Enzo can help manage him though, and you could add people to a faction. Build. That's what managers used to do, but I don't know if they'll ever do that though.
It's a ready-made gimmick.
Yeah, Quill says Becky retains. You can't let Sol Ruca get the title yet. I kind of agree with that. I just don't trust that that's what they're going to do. I'm trying to predict.
Mark it down. Soul Snatcher successful. Becky puts her foot on the rope. Book it.
Okay. Soul winning at SummerSlam would be good. Having her lose over and over and over would be dumb, though. Yeah.
I don't think she should be in a title picture, period. I think she should earn her way back. I'm tired of people getting title shots all willy-nilly.
Yeah. Well, I don't know. They need people for some of these other folks to beat is what it feels like.
And put the machine behind somebody that's only signed a 3-month contract. AJ Lee. Freaking morons. WWE, I swear, if I ran that company for 1 week.
How about Rhea Ripley versus Jade Cargill for the WWE Women's Championship match? I don't have much to say. I think Rhea Ripley retains here. Jade does not get the W here. I think Jade may end up going back into like a title hunt for maybe like the Women's US Championship or something in the future if they wanted to boost her back up. But
I've said it before and I'll say it again. She should become the most dominant United States champion of all time. That being said, she does not win at Clash in Italy.
Rhea retains as well for you?
Without question.
All right. Now we got to talk about what happened on Monday Night Raw last week here.
By all means.
For this next match. There was a return. Sean, you probably might be surprised. He's not retired. Brock Lesnar.
Whoa, he's not retired? What? Oh. Put the camera on me. What? I'm shocked.
Shocked. I gotta stop. I've been watching a lot of Smart Guy this week. Like my in between time on TikTok. Slice of the life, Master TJ Henderson, super intelligent and fine gentleman. 10-year-old whiz kid, busted high school. That was my show.
Yo, Conrad, you're a legend for remembering that song.
Yeah. One of my favorite. It's crazy that we'd rather talk about Smart Guy right now than this match. Exactly. But one of my favorite Smart Guy moments is where TJ loses his memory and he's like a normal 10-year-old kid. Mm-hmm. And they're doing the project and TJ remembers, but he wants them to like him because they can identify more with his older brothers. And they're sitting there doing the project and they're like going through what each of them are thinking. And the teacher's ready to like give them an F. And Marcus is like, I know this stuff, man. I studied really hard. I know I got it going on. Then it goes to TJ. I should help Marcus, but then he'll know I'm smart again if I start doing that. Exactly. Oh, should I do it? Then it cuts over to Mo. He's
That's his thought. He's not even thinking about the project.
Smart Guy is great for just the little things. One of the best TV dads, by the way, too.
Love it.
Floyd Henderson. Floydy. Yeah. Anyway, back to this match. I apologize, y'all, for my Smart Guy rant. But Obafemi Brock Lesnar, do you care? Like, I don't know what else to say. Like, they're back doing this. Brock came back. He destroyed Oba. I have a bad feeling, Sean, that Brock Lesnar's going to win this match, and that's my prediction.
Don't feel bad. Don't feel bad. He's going to win this match.
I absolutely should feel bad because this is an atrocity.
Well,
you had it set up perfectly.
Let me give you.
Went and blew it. You blew it. And
let me give you my synopsis. Let me give you my synopsis, and then I can set you up for your rant. Oba wins at WrestleMania. Oba loses in Italy, and then Oba wins again at SummerSlam. Go.
That's the obvious thing to do. But
okay.
Why do we need to do that?
Okay.
Why does Brock need to get this win back?
Well, Brock's not retired.
That was dumb. So you wasted. This goes back to my rant about stop wasting my time. My time is precious. Does that mean anything anymore? Is anything sacred?
Conrad, I agree with you wholeheartedly, but the writing is on the wall. Brock is going to win this match.
We don't care. I don't care if he wins. I mean, actually, no, it's a lie. I do care if he wins because I'm mad about this.
Now, let me go on record. Let me go on record. He should not win this match, but he will.
It does nothing for Oba.
Matter of fact, there shouldn't even be a match.
Is this going to be an actual match, or is this going to be a destruction?
Brock's going to probably crush him.
I don't know. Yo. I love that people are pulling out the smart guy quotes.
As much me and Quills agree on like a 99% clip. This is the 1% where we don't agree. It doesn't undermine his win at WrestleMania. What would undermine his win at WrestleMania is if Brock wins the trilogy. If Brock wins the trilogy, then we have a problem. Now, if Brock wins in Italy, I see your face, Conrad, and I know everybody else feels the exact same way. I'm going on record right now, bro. If Brock Lesnar wins in Italy, you should expect that. If he wins the trilogy, we have a problem. We have a big problem.
If he says he's retired at SummerSlam, should I believe him now?
I guess. I don't know. Maybe if he puts his career on the line in the match.
Probably the better move because anything, even then, I'm like, well, do you really mean that? What do you really mean at the end of the day with a lot of this?
Everybody, look, I'm going to go on record of saying something that you'd probably be surprised about. Calm down about Brock winning it on Sunday. Calm down. You know I don't want him to win, but at the same time, when we thought it was a one-time deal, everybody wanted and needed Oba to win, and he did. Now that Brock is back, maybe it was a renegotiation. I'm not making excuses. I'm just being logical, which is different for me. At the end of the day, if Brock wins this match, it's not that big of a deal. If he wins the trilogy, we need to flood WWE with comments and boycott the product. If Brock Lesnar wins 2 out of 3 from this guy, we have a problem.
I'll do my best, but I don't like this. Hey, maybe you guys could have put a tag match on here because there's none of those on this card that you supposedly care so much about. 5 matches. This has always sucked.
Yo,
I've always said this since 2022.
What has gotten into you?
I'm mad. I'm just sick of this. Like, I look at this card. Oh, goody. I hope we get a 6th match. Moving on. And this will be where Sean takes over in being mad. For the undisputed, which it's not, WWE Championship match, the American Nightmare versus the Ring General, Gunther. How badly I'd like to see Gunther win this, but I have a feeling that he is not. I don't know why, but they could do it if they wanted to. Apparently there was like a brand switch between Gunther and Jacob that no one told us about, so he's over here. Sami Zayn did watch Cody get put to sleep, and he didn't do nothing because Sami Zayn knows that this guy's a fraud.
I'm not going to go off on a normal tangent. I'm going to keep it real professional and real light. I've said it before, and I'll say it again. And chat, if you agreed with me, repeat it. If you did not agree with me, and now you do agree with me, I want you to say that too. Cody Rhodes is a corny champion. It's getting worse every single week. Conrad, it's over. Get the belt off this guy, please.
I'm going to make a bold prediction. I think that Gunther wins.
Maybe he does. It is in Italy. It's overseas, which he'll probably get cheered more. Yes.
I just think you need to put Cody on a different path, and then I could see Cody getting the belt back again later. But
of course, he's gonna get the belt back again later.
Well, after they did that tease with like Mussolini, they got to get back to that match. So,
by the way, haven't seen that guy since.
Oh, apparently his creative got changed. Did you read this?
No,
his creative got changed because people switched. So now they had no plans for Punk. So now Punk's just sitting at home waiting.
Really? They're pathetic. They are pathetic. Oh my God. They're pathetic. This is $1 billion company. They are pathetic.
With a B.
Oh my God. You don't have anything for CM Punk? Oh. It gets worse every single week. Oh my God.
Copy that. I don't know what that noise was. Apologies if you guys heard it too.
I didn't hear anything.
It sounded like it came from your end, though. I don't know what that was.
Well, don't blame me. Don't do that. That's not right.
No. I could see your.
No, you're attacking me, and I don't appreciate it.
I can see your wavelength for your audio.
You are attacking me on the air in front of our viewers. Don't do that. That's very disrespectful, Conrad. All right. I don't know what it was. Sorry.
I don't know what it was either, but it definitely sounded like
it's pathetic. They're a disgrace, Conrad. They are an absolute disgrace. They can't put. You're telling me they said they have nothing for CM Punk?
Apparently.
Wow.
Punk is waiting for AI to give him a storyline. Johnny 5 is not there yet.
Wow. Just wow.
Every writer needs to be fired, Jocelyn said. Sounds like
Jocelyn is pretty level-headed about these things. And even she's starting to talk like this.
Yeah. It's wild, some of the stuff here.
It's getting worse.
Yeah. Clown, I have no idea what it was. I don't know. It's
I'm
definitely
gonna say something that's gonna blow your mind. Are you ready for your mind to be blown, Conrad Fishman? Chat, are you ready for your minds to be blown? The Usos, pathetic over the last month. I'm disgusted. The whole thing. They're nothing but flunkies again. I hate it. They gave an impression that maybe they would be equals. They're not equals. They're freaking Roman Reigns lackeys again. I am disgusted.
Can we jump into it?
Sure.
Probably the match most people are looking forward to, the Tribal Combat match for the World Heavyweight Championship and the title of Tribal Chief, Roman Reigns versus Jacob Fatu. At the end of the day here, I don't think Jacob's winning this.
Of course he's not winning this.
I don't know if this is what's going to make him fall in line. I can see the Usos definitely helping here. Maybe is this where they have a surprise debut? I don't know if there's someone in the works.
Now, you heard the CM Punk stuff. I heard rumors about the Usos, specifically Jay. And the rumor is, notice how I'm saying it extremely sarcastic because I don't believe it to be true, but whatever. Jay's going to turn on Roman. Jacob's going to be the new tribal chief. Jay and Jimmy are going to align themselves with Fatu. Blah, 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 blah. It's not going to happen. Roman Reigns is not losing that title to Jacob. And that's no disrespect to Jacob. It is in anybody's mind, has Jacob been risen to the level from a creative standpoint where we believe he would win this match? Absolutely not. He's good, but he hasn't been put in a situation where we believe he's going to win the whole thing. Conrad, you're telling me Jacob Fatu is going to win Tribal Combat and become the new World Heavyweight Champion?
I don't think so.
There you go.
That's just my belief. But could I see them introducing someone new here? If Zilla Fatu is free, scoop him. Use him.
Yeah, he is free. Playing. I mean, whatever his obligations are to House of Glory,
Maybe the MFTs show up. They are down people.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
I don't know. I don't know what happens here with it.
Said it before, and I'll say it again. From a selfish standpoint, Conrad, thank God Jay won that title at WrestleMania last year. Because it's almost like the whole push never happened.
I wish I had the Men in Black thing right now.
That's pretty much it. It's like Jay. It's what you said is completely appropriate.
Gunther never tapped out. This never happened.
Nothing, bro. He's lucky. Rakishi's lucky. I'm lucky. that he won that title last year at WrestleMania.
CM Punk never main evented night one. He main evented the next year at 42 with Roman.
Bro, you never hear me talk like this about Jay or Jimmy. It's gotten bad again. I can't even talk. They're his flunkies again. They are his flunkies again. It's like the last 2 years never happened. Do you realize, Conrad Bartholomew Cushman, do you realize?
Not my middle name for the record. Go ahead.
Do you realize the last 4 times we've seen the Usos on television? 4 times. It has been nothing but to advocate for Roman Reigns.
Yes, that's what they are used for. They are the middle people. When Roman can't make it, they continue the story for them.
So, yeah, I'm done.
Are you over the bloodline coming back?
I'm over the bloodline coming back if they're going to do it like this. When we saw Roman Reigns, do you mind, Conrad?
Go ahead.
When we saw Roman Reigns walk to the ring with that title or around his shoulder backstage, we talked about this in great detail on the show a couple of weeks ago. When we saw Roman Reigns walk to the backstage area to the gorilla position, saw the Usos in those Raider jerseys, dapped them up, walked away, turned back, and said, hey, you guys come with me. That was the potential for something special. That was the potential for the bloodline being revived in an entertaining and creative way. From that moment where he goes like this, hey guys, come on, and they walk to the ring, outstanding. That was about 15 minutes or less. Since then, it's been crap. They've turned back into nothing but complete and total lackeys. Completely contrary to what Roman said in the ring. Roman said, I don't want you guys to follow me. I want you to be with me. Is that what's going on? Is that what's happening? No. Every time Jimmy comes to the ring, yo, Jacob, you need to fall in line. You can't beat the tribal chief. And then after Jimmy talks, very calm and cool, Jay, which I used to love because Jay's still my dog, but now Jay comes right behind it and says, in a very loud and boisterous way, fall in line against the tribal chief. Same thing, he just says it in a different way because he's a freaking maniac while Jimmy's cool, Jay is crazy. Same thing though. What's the difference? At the end of the day, the super kick in 2023 on SmackDown, SummerSlam 2023, Money in the Bank when they beat Roman and Solo, Jay winning the title, it doesn't matter anymore. They are once again Roman's lackeys. And I'm saying something I never thought I would say. In a million years, I am done with the bloodline.
Make it a clip. That's a clip right there. That's a good one. Shocked to hear you say that too.
I'm shocked to hear myself say that.
I know BJ somewhere smiling right now, just
I know
his head like, yep. We'll see what happens, man. That's your Clash in Italy card as it is. Maybe a match will change, or maybe we'll get another one added in the next week.
And another thing. I am sick of and tired of predictable main events. There is no way that Jacob Fatu is winning this title. No way.
Predictable's not bad, though.
I know you've explained that to me before, but this is bad.
Well, I think the issue is rematches.
Okay.
How many times can you lose and ask for a rematch? I feel like I'm stuck in this 2007 vortex of Batista being number one contender. I was like, dog, he hasn't won the title. Give it up. Like, it's over. Move on. Where's Mr. Kennedy or MVP or somebody? Like, someone else get a title shot around here.
And I know I'm going on my traditional hub-like rants. You know you guys love it. But on a serious note, and let me bring it down a notch so you know I'm serious. We're going to run it back and do it exactly the same way? That's the issue. We're going to run it back and do it exactly the same way? Like I thought it was going to be, no, but see, don't do that because that was cool. Now it's almost like that never happened. I mean, again, I'm gonna say it again. I'm gonna leave it alone. Thank God he won that Intercontinental and that World Heavyweight title while the iron was hot, because it's almost like it never happened.
But you know who it never happened for, Sean?
What
about LA Knight? How do you think he's feeling? Talk to
LA,
me. Yeah.
LA Knight, I appreciate you saying that, Conrad. That's why you're the man. I appreciate you saying that. But I don't think his window is closed. It's closing. It's closing.
He's got until Money in the Bank for me.
Right.
You got until after this summer. If he ain't in the something with the title, it's over.
Right.
It's over. Gotta stick with what makes it money. Sean hit the nail on the head about the bloodline. People are saying copy and paste it. Are we talking about WWE and the inferior quality of the wrestling promotion? We pretty much have been since the start. Triple H has no creativity ideas.
Let me throw something at you, Conrad Cushman. BJ, we're gonna get to your comment in a second. Jocelyn, Guy Will Gamble, and MJB. Let me throw a hypothetical storyline at you. I'm gonna be really fast. The same moment that I found to be exciting when Roman looked back, said to the guys, "Hey, come along with me." The crowd goes crazy. None of this Jacob Fatu stuff ever happens, right? They are in the ring. They agree to be equals. Jacob Fatu enters as somebody who falls in line. They end up getting back together. They help Roman retain the title through the next couple of weeks. They get to SummerSlam. Jacob or Jay turn on Roman Reigns. Even that little simplistic story that I just came up with, can we not say that that's not better than what they're doing?
Yeah.
And it didn't take much. It wasn't like I just came up with another mega power storyline. That wasn't anything special. It was simplistic, it was to the point, and it was different. Why are we doing the same thing? You can bring back a group. You can bring back a faction. You can bring back a wrestler. You can bring back a story. But you don't do it the exact same way as if we don't remember that you did it already. This completely nullifies, Conrad Cushman, all the turns that they did. When Jimmy kicked them in the head at Night of Champions, when Jay kicked them in the head on SmackDown, it completely nullifies all of it. It's like it never, ever happened.
I really wish I had that Men in Black gif right now.
It's very upsetting because I don't care what anybody says, bro. Jay Uso and Jimmy Uso have talent, and they're not being utilized correctly. And Jacob Fatu has exceptional talent, and they're not using it correctly.
BJ said it's not a smile, by the way. It's full-on respect because I know it would take so much for me to say for something I enjoyed so much, so I know it had to come from that place. My sympathies to you.
I appreciate it, BJ. I don't need sympathy. I appreciate you, bro. I'm just being real. I'd be a liar. See, I do consider myself to be a journalist. Conrad doesn't. I do consider myself to be a journalist. And as a journalist, I have to be honest. This bloodline run back has been garbage. Absolute garbage. Now, who knows? On Monday, tonight, Jay Uso can kick Roman in the face. And I'll have a whole new thing to say. My whole attitude will change. But do we really believe that Jay's going to turn on Roman Reigns? Do we really believe that? I don't.
No, because it puts Jimmy on an island at that point.
There you go.
Guy Will Gamble said, "Fool me, ain't get fooled again." We'll see what they do. We'll see what they do.
And I'm going to predict the next couple of months. The Usos will regain, I should say, the World Tag Team Championship for the 11th time. Jacob Fatu will fall in line, and it will be Roman leading the new bloodline 2.0 into the summer.
And you might see Jacob become the Intercontinental Champion from Penta.
I'm going to say even better, but you added some extra layer to it, Conrad.
And that's how they'll be walking around on Raw and Netflix for a little bit there. Yep. And that match with Oba that they teased, I bet you that's out the window. Just saying how things can change so quickly. Delayed Grats, man. Welcome in, my brother.
Delayed Grats, welcome.
Before we wrap this up, Sean, I do want to get into It was in your stomping ground. We did preview and predictions, me and BJ, for Double or Nothing. We talked about it a little bit. What did you think, first off, of Mick Foley coming in to AEW? We didn't get to really speak on this because it was announced after the fact. But Mick Foley is in AEW. I don't know what his role's going to be. They had him on the pre-show here. Maybe he'll be part of the broadcast team. Maybe he's there to offer his influence. Maybe he's there to be an ambassador of the company, as they like to say. Go on interviews, do things like that. What do you think the perfect role for Mick Foley is, and what do you think of him being there?
An ambassador, a consultant.
Well, you did the thumbs up. I thought that was for Mick Foley.
No. An ambassador, a consultant, someone to help with the stories. I'm all for it.
No matches, though.
Absolutely no matches. Is that even a thing?
Listen, it's Mick Foley.
Nah, Mick Foley knows better than that at this stage. I'm not being disrespectful either. Mick Foley should not step foot in the ring to do a match. What he did last night when he got kicked is fine. But as far as like an actual bell-to-bell situation, no.
I don't know. Hopefully Foley doesn't get that itch. I said this last night on the stream. I don't have any desire to see him wrestle. I don't think it's necessary for him to wrestle. If he wants to do it, will I be mad? No, but I think it could be a possible mistake for him.
You wouldn't be mad, Conrad Cushman, because you're respectful of his career. But it should not happen.
Yeah. This isn't 09 TNA, like where maybe, but I thought it was all right. The buy-in was the buy-in. Sean,
I've had enough of that boom guy. I've had enough.
We bring the boom.
Yeah, I've had enough.
What we do.
I understand it's fun. Yeah, I've had enough.
I'm okay with him being on the pre-show though. This ain't you taking time from the main card. Whatever. It's on the pre-show. People are still filling in the arena. That's fine.
Okay.
I saw QT Marshall definitely was mad at what was the sponsor? Vita Coco. I've never had this stuff before, but apparently when they threw it, he like slipped off the top rope for his spot. He was like,
"Oh wow!"
He was like, "I know who I got a problem with. It's that brand because I slipped on that stuff." But whatever. That was what it was. Jumping into this show though, Sean, your overall thoughts on Double or Nothing, and what matches stood out for you? What did you really like a lot?
I don't want to add too much because you and Derek knocked it out the park last night. I stayed up late to watch you guys.
Thank you.
I thought it was the best pay-per-view of the weekend by far. And I think it's the best pay-per-view of the year so far as well. I mean, I'm keeping it very simplistic because I don't think it needs a lot of hyperbole to be added to it. Double or Nothing delivered in every way, shape, or form. And to Jocelyn's point earlier that the main event was predictable but still good, AEW has shown itself to be an organization that can put on predictable stuff and it still be good. I don't know how they do it. God bless them. WWE can't do it. When WWE does something predictable, it's boring, and it's stupid. When AEW does it, for some reason, they knock it out the park. Everybody and their brother knew that MJF was not losing his hair. But yet, it turned out to be a fantastic, entertaining match. The Stadium Stampede was great. Ricochet is starting to win me over. I don't know how. He's annoying to me, but he's starting to win me over.
That's the purpose of him.
I understand. He's starting to win me over.
He wore baseball gear to a tennis stadium. I was like,
fantastic.
"Who this man?"
It's fantastic. It was really funny, and I liked it. Obviously, ENC or Cope and Cage winning the titles was fantastic.
Well done too. How they did it, I thought, like with using Spike at the end, like perfect.
Most definitely. I think that not only is Athena making a tremendous name for herself around the world, I think she's on the verge of like superstardom. I think if they continue this the way it's supposed to be done, that she can be a household name in the industry. And I think she already is almost on her way to that. I'm just going through the parameters of the card. I think AEW knocked it out the park again, and I think there's only one way they can do it and trump that or up that, and that's to have this amazing in-ring product, which I have called the best bell-to-bell product in the industry, happen in front of 100,000 people at Wembley Stadium.
Can I say those Owen matches too? Like Athena and Mina went in, solid match, go in. Ospreay and Samoa Joe come out, bro. They went from 100. The moment Joe gets in the ring, Os cutter, boom, they're off the wall, just going at it, and they do like just little great things in their match. Then you're like, oh, I don't know what Swerve and Bandito are going to do. The crowd's probably going to die for this. Not Swerve Strickland coming out dressed up like Michael Jackson, wearing Dangerous on the tights, and then landing on top of Bandito's shoulder, Sean, and doing that reverse house call kick off the top of his shoulders. Dude, Swerve Strickland is fantastic, bro. Fantastic.
WWE could never.
And not only that, the International Championship, Okada Takeshita getting match of the year praise. The women's four-way was, I think, everyone's like sleeper match. People were like, I thought that was really, really good. They thought that they delivered in that four-way. And MJF and Darby Allin, let me just say this. Darby Allin is a madman. I don't know how he jumped off the top and did that coffin drop off the stage, and he still cut open the back of his head on the platform that was there, probably to protect. And he just nicked it when he fell over. Head was bleeding, and then they told that fantastic story of MJF stopping him, and then they used the super tombstone right this time. You're not kicking out of this. This is the ender. You're done. And he just pens him off of that. Didn't need to hit his finisher. No salt of the earth armbar. No pile driver off the middle ropes. None of that. He just, I don't know. I just thought it was well put together, and I thought it was a really good show at the end of the day. Great show.
From opening bell to closing bell, I'm going to say it a third time because there's just no better way to put it. AEW continues to show that it's the best bell-to-bell product in the entire industry. The best belt, and it's not even close, in my opinion.
Sean Teeberg said, does Triple H need to beg TKO to no longer counter AEW pay-per-views?
I think he should if he doesn't want to continue to have his product be embarrassed.
Yeah, no diamond ring either. Good point, Jocelyn. Yeah, didn't cheat, just straight up.
That's true.
Matt Lopez, everything in Stadium Stampede was shot live. Nothing pre-taped. The Young Bucks confirmed it. I did see the video of Jack Perry like using the actual bus and running it in, and people saw it outside. And apparently they put out, like, I forgot what the reports are called, that you, like, your app message will pop up for, like, something just happened. They called the police on Jack Perry for that.
Wow.
In the local area. And Tony said he had to explain what happened. He was like, oh man, craziness.
That's fantastic, by the way. That gives me Nitro 96 vibes.
The New York City area crowd and the people who flew in, I will say this. You guys did a good job for this show. And I think New York is putting themselves back up like, yo, you better check it out here. I know that they can't get into MSG, but they got some. New York loves them some AEW. I'll say that.
New York knows wrestling. A lot of other places know wrestling as well, but New York knows wrestling. AEW is just a better product, Conrad. I mean, I don't know why we're so afraid to say it out loud. You've been screaming it from the rooftops for years. I'm understanding it now. You just have to watch the shows. Last night was better than WrestleMania. Forget Saturday night's main event.
If you want to watch good WWE programming, I'll tell you where to watch it. It's on YouTube for free. It's called AAA. Go watch that instead. It's better than this stuff. I'm just pointing it out to people. With that being said, Sean, before we get out of here, man, I want to show love to our friends over on Ignition. They got a podcast tomorrow, 8:45. Make sure you guys are over there. They're going to probably be talking about the fallout from Double or Nothing. Not only that, but on Thursday this week, because Tony Khan decided to do another 3-hour show, I'm sure something's bumping them, probably hockey. And not only that, there's the pay-per-view this Saturday for WWE. What time does that pay-per-view start? Hold on, we're pulling it back up. 2 p.m. So it should be over even if they were going to start, but I'm assuming sports is bumping them. So we're getting another 3-hour Dynamite Collision. Me and BJ will probably go live Thursday. I don't know why Tony Khan keeps doing this to me. I'll leave it at that. Sean, you're the man. You're the best. Thank you for your kind words today. You're the best, brother. Take us out of here.
Likewise.
Peace, chat.
Yeah, man. Conrad, you're the man. Appreciate you very much. Chat, we appreciate you. I'm not going to be long. I'm on my way to Bible study. Y'all know how that goes. Listen, make sure you tune in each and every Wednesday night, Eastern Standard Time, about 10 p.m. for Everything Pro Wrestling presents AEW Review, except on situations like this where it's on Thursday. So check the YouTube channel to check in on Thursday because Conrad and my guy Derek are going to be bringing you the best AEW review in the business this Thursday night, typically on Wednesdays, but this week, Thursday. That being said, Hubbonomics on the way, Clash of the Podcast special on the way, why AEW is the best in-ring product belt to belt in the entire world. That's going to be on the HW Weekly channel coming up in the next couple of weeks. As always, right back here, 6:05 Eastern Standard Time for Clash of the Podcast. We want to give a big shout out to all those veterans who have given the ultimate sacrifice Rest in peace to you guys. Also to those who have not given the ultimate sacrifice, who by the grace of God made it through the wars, made it through the combat, and are still with us. We appreciate you. Thank God for you. Thank God you're still here. We appreciate you. And to all the families on this Memorial Day, we hope you had a great barbecue, a great day, a great whatever, because it is a day to celebrate. So on behalf of my good friend Conrad Cushman, on my own behalf, my name is Sean Hubbard. We are Clash of the Podcast. We appreciate you. We thank you. And as always, God bless, be encouraged, and evil never prevails. Until next week, peace.